Hi everybody, how are you? It has been a minute since I've been on Facebook Live, and I'm sorry for that, but there is a few reasons. I've been going through a lot of transitions lately in my life, in my career, in my business, in my personal life. A lot of opportunities for transformation and expansion and really good things. So it's kind of kept me from hopping on here, but I'm happy to be back and sharing something with you that I feel really passionate about. So if you're watching this video, please feel free to comment because I would love to know who's watching, and feel free to share any, insights or appreciations or questions that you might have about the topic that I am going to be discussing today. Hey Sandra, hey girl, thanks for the love. So the topic that I want to discuss today is something that is radically new for me. It's something that I have been working with in myself for probably the past 2 years and have been working with my clients on. And it's the idea of how we identify as what we don't want to be experiencing versus identifying as what we want to be experiencing. So what do I mean by that? Well, first let me start by saying that our thoughts are incredibly powerful. So our thoughts, this tape, this narrative that's playing in our head on a daily basis, is always creating form on some level. So the story that I kind of want to use as an example of this is my own personal story to healing my acne naturally. So many of you who have been following me for a while know that I would not be sitting here today if it wasn't for my acne. So my acne was sort of the catalyst for my own health journey and how I ended up here talking to all of you today. And I struggled with it for probably about 12 years. And the narrative in my head at that time, the way in which I identified, was I'm a woman with acne. And that's just simply who I was. And I allowed that belief about myself to really create form. So a woman, yeah, definitely, Sandra, you and I have talked about this before. So a woman with acne, how would she behave? She would hide herself. She would cover her chin with her hand. She would, for me in particular, not speak up or not want to be present or have her picture taken because she's insecure about how her skin looks. And that also really created a lot of just really crappy narrative in my head, like you're a monster, you're ugly. When I became a health coach and I was still struggling with acne, it was, no one's going to want to work with you as their coach because look at your skin. Until one day I was just like, I can't do this anymore. This is really taking a toll on my emotional health. And it's not helpful at all. So I decided that I was going to update my belief and no longer identify as just a woman with acne. And the belief that I decided to identify with instead was, I'm a strong, capable, and confident woman whose worth is not wrapped up in the texture of her skin. And this wasn't something that I automatically believed overnight. It took some work. It took some commitment to the new belief. But eventually, that narrative overpowered the former belief. And I truly began to identify as a strong, capable woman whose worth is not wrapped up in the texture of her skin. And within a very short period of time in updating that belief, my skin completely cleared. Now, I'm not saying that those thoughts literally came down here and cleared the skin. But in this new place of identifying, I was able to realize some ways in which I was falling short in healing my skin naturally. For instance, for 12 years, I used the same towel to dry my face, to dry my body, and to dry my hands. Of course my skin was breaking out. All of those dirts and oils and everything, all on one towel and then using it to dry my face. Of course I was breaking out. Also, I was given an amazing acne medication from my naturopathic doctor. That's all plants and herbs. Was I putting it on every day? No, because the narrative in my mind was, I've tried everything. This isn't going to help. Why would I put this on my skin? But under the new narrative, the updated belief, I started to become very disciplined about putting it on. And not only has it cleared my skin, the scarring is going away. So in updating that belief, I was given the opportunity for creative possibilities for clearing my skin that I might not have seen had I continued to operate under the old belief. I hope that this is making sense to you guys. And what I would love to encourage you guys to do, yeah, Sandra, I'll send you a picture of it. So what I would encourage you guys to do is identify some areas of your life where you might be operating under a limiting belief or a limiting perception of yourself. And just challenge yourself to update that belief. So for instance, if you're someone who believes, like, I hate public speaking, I could never get up in front of someone and speak, then maybe just try updating that belief. I like public speaking. I don't mind people watching me. Or if you're someone who maybe believes that they are not lovable or they're not deserving of having a relationship until they have the perfect body, try updating that belief. Try believing that you are lovable just as you are right here in this very moment. And just see how that might actually start to manifest in form in your body and in your life. So I know this can kind of be like a radically new concept for a lot of people. It might sound a little new agey or woo-woo-y. And if it's confusing to you, that's okay. It was for me at first. And if you have any questions about it, please don't hesitate to reach out. This is kind of, my area, helping people update their beliefs about themselves. So I would be happy to be of service in any way I can. And I hope that this video was of service to you. I hope it was inspiring to you. And yeah, if you watched it and you liked it and you want to share it, please feel free. If there's something you didn't like, please feel free to comment that as well. I would just love to know what you guys are thinking. And yeah, I will see you next week for another Facebook Live video. Bye, everybody.